I'm at the Jacksonville Arboretum today. This is like a Tuesday morning, but the parking lot is already pretty packed. So it's a pretty good place for hikes. Lots of trails in here, all of them looped. I'll show you the trail map in a minute. This is right off of Monument and 295, easy to find. Let's take a look at the map and just see how this is laid out. Came in here and parked, and you can see that there's a paved trail that goes around the lake. So that's called the Lake Loop Trail, and for wheels that's just about perfect. Now, off of this Lake Loop Trail are a number of other trails. If we look to the north, you can see there's an entrance into the Live Oak Trail. And then off the Live Oak Trail, you can take Sand Ridge Trail for even more mileage. There's a shortcut to go through it, or you can go all the way around on the Sand Ridge Trail and back. Then you're back at the Live Oak Trail, where you can either go this way to the back to the Lake Loop Trail, or back around this way. Now, just off the Lake Loop Trail is the Jones Creek Trail, this purple trail here. That's a pretty trail along Jones Creek, pretty popular. And then also off the Lake Loop Trail is a small little trail called the Lower Ravine Trail, and then off of that is the Upper Ravine Trail that goes back to the parking lot. And then, if that's not enough, off the Upper Ravine Trail is also the Aralia Trail. It goes down this way, has a little side trail down to a very small 1-foot waterfall, and then comes back. So a number of different trails there that you can hike when you come out here. Pretty hard to get lost because they're all loops. Now, during the COVID-19 pandemic, they put in some one-way signs, so be mindful of trying to enter the trails and go the way that they suggest. Although I haven't been able to figure out how I can get to the Aralia Trail other than going the wrong way. But anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to go down and do the Aralia Trail. That brings us back up to here. Then we're going to do the Upper Ravine Trail, loop around, take a look at the Lower Ravine Trail. Then we'll take the Jones Creek Trail around back to the lake. And then from the lake, we'll go on up here and do the Live Oak and the Sand Ridge Trail. Parking lot. I'm just going to head down here to get the Aralia Trail. Right now across this blacktop is a new portion of the paved trail that goes around the lake. I got to ignore this exit only sign, I'm sorry, because it's the only way I know to get to the Aralia Trail. So we're just kind of walking along the side of the entrance road, and I'll show you the junction up here. Come to a beautiful little spot of a bunch of palm trees. And we'll take this bridge across. The history of the Arboretum is really pretty interesting. Way back when, a lot of this area was mined by a company. They mined all through here, Regency area, for titanium and zircon that was prevalent in the kind of sandy soil you have here. And it was logged, a lot of logging was done in here. And then it just kind of sat unoccupied. And then city of Jacksonville wanted to build a sewage treatment plant in this area. So the federal government gave them the money, but said you have to build a buffer around it so that so there's a buffer between the sewage treatment plant and the houses. So this buffer eventually is what became the Arboretum. In the meantime, since this land was unused and was just a buffer, it was used as a trash dump. Concrete, old cars, old refrigerators, blah, 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 lots of stuff. But there were kids that grew up in this area and played in this area. And when they grew up, they decided that they wanted to preserve this area and turn it into an arboretum. So they asked for permission from the city to be able to do that. Through a bunch of volunteers and some grant money and donations, they got started. And in 2008, they opened up the Jacksonville Arboretum, which then consisted of just the Jones Creek Trail, I think, and the Lake Loop Trail, with plans to add trails. And so there were various volunteer events that added more trails onto here. I remember I worked here once with Sierra Club on the Live Oak Trail, putting that in. And so now it's got what you see today. And I believe there's even some area for more trails to be put in after this. So quite a story of going from trash dump to a beautiful arboretum, all on local citizens' initiative. We're crossing the bridge now. And if we go to the right, that'll take us to the Aralia Trail. Left takes us to the Upper Ravines Trail, but we'll do that one later. So we'll head down here. There's more one-way signs. Crossed an open area where the power lines went through. Now we're heading down on the trail. Little Monument Road noise in the background. But this is a pretty trail. And later on we'll see quite a bit of damage that hurricanes have done to the Arboretum. It's been a lot of work keeping this area up because of all the downed trees. We'll take this loop up here down to the Cascades. You can see a sign right here and a little map telling you where we are. So we're going to head down here to the little waterfall, the Cascades. Just a little loop trail. Another little fork in the road to the Cascades. You can go either way. We'll go to the right and then come back up the left side. Here where it's a little wetter and trees don't stay rooted as well. Here's one victim of hurricane. And we'll see some more. Coming down here to the exciting Cascades. We'll go to the right to a wonderful viewing platform. And this is Jones Creek. And there you can see and hear our wonderful Cascades waterfall. After that overwhelming view, we'll come here, go to the right, finish the loop, and get back on the Aralia Trail. Here's the famous plant that this trail is named after, the Aralia, better known as the Devil's Walking Stick. And you can see thorns sticking out of here. So only the devil could use that for a walking stick. But it certainly keeps other critters away from that plant. Coming back up to the main Aralia Trail. We entered from the left, so we'll just turn right and finish the Aralia Loop. This intersection to the right leads over to the Jones Creek Trail, but I think we'll go left and just complete the Aralia Trail just to keep from being too confused. Okay, that's the end of the Aralia Trail. And I think to avoid these annoying one-way signs, I think what I'll do is show you the Jones Creek Trail by going off the Lake Loop Trail. And that way we'll follow the one-way signs, and I think it'll be less confusing. So what we'll do is just head back the way we did. Here's the little bridge and the beautiful palm trees. And we'll walk back here to the main entrance and then go around the Lake Loop Trail to the Jones Creek Trail.